everybody. It's Monday. What do I call this? Monday Mixed Media. Mariah making mayhem, magical, and stuff. That's funny. What say ye, Patricia?
Yay!
Yay! I don't know if I like that. I've been turning the frame on. See? Frame on, frame off. Frame on, frame off.
The purple stuff around the edge.
Yeah. I was doing that while
I kind of like it. It contains you.
Oh, okay. You like to put me in borders. Okay, fair enough. All right. Containment. There we go. It's just kind of weird. There we go. I like it because it hides the mic. Oh, you're probably saying, hey, is that better? Sound. Woo!
Yeah, I whacked my head on that when I turned off the lights last night.
It's in the way. All right, my Arty friends, do say hello in the chat so we can say hello back. Otherwise, I do not know that you are here. We like to know that you are here because we're an Arty-friendly bunch of folks.
That we are.
That we are. Best chat in town. It makes her laugh every time.
Yeah, because I just read Lisette's thing.
Yeah, she was like, the
I
cool,
like the
cool
rhythm.
chat. Yeah. We're still, you know, we're workshopping things, y'all. Constantly. Something new to give y'all like a little, because I came across this last night. It was very interesting. Whenever you're on a channel that you have not subscribed to, by the way, down below, subscribe, like it, share it, love it.
Ring that bell.
Ring that bell. Subscribe. Kind of curious is, I gotta kind of look at the timestamp. All right, within 1 minute there. Because I was looking back at some of our videos, but I am subscribed to our channel. So I don't know if it glows. But when I was watching a video and I wasn't subscribed to their channel, and they said subscribe, the little thing glowed up.
Wow.
Yeah, how about that?
I haven't had that happen.
Yeah, I know. I was like, did I just see that right? And until I rewound it, and it did it again. So, I don't know if it's happening, like, it was a pretty big channel. I was watching cats, okay? Cats. They give me joy. Every once in a while, I just need a little joy with all the things going on in the world. And, cats do that for me.
This is news, folks. This is news.
Okay, so do say hello in the chat so we can say hello back. That's how we know that you're here. Let me, all right, pinky, hello, hands, all that business. Let's get our participants. We got Karen McCoy in the house, and if you want some joy, she will bring you some joy as well, Tom BN. If you haven't checked her out, you need to. Acme Post is here, and Webb, Anina, Anthony Cody. He's the Baron maker. He makes all kinds of things out of wood.
He has a whole new
batch over there in Makers. That's the Makers Mixed Media Art and Artist Facebook group. If you aren't part of that, then, you know, you should get over there. As long as you want to be on Facebook. I get it.
Absolutely.
Every day. I'm like, if it weren't for Makers, I'd be outie. 5,000, y'all. Outie. So y'all keep me over there. And it keeps me sane. And I try not to venture further out than I need to.
Sage advice.
Sage advice. Brad's here. Becky's here. Cat. Cookie W. That is Mo. Diane. Eddie makes art. That's Eddie, the king of the nerd. He's, you know, Eddie Eduardo Reyes on the Facebook if you want to know. Emma. Hello, Emma. Graham. Griffin Chill. That's Rhonda. Jenny J. Jennifer McKinnon. Joanne Price. Joni. Today's all about you, girl. I'm making you things. Because I made a promise, and then I forgot about it, and then I felt terrible about it, and I'm like, I'm going to make some things happen for this girl. So there you go. Judy G. Laura. Hey, Laura. It's been a little bit. Love to see you in the chat. Lygia is here. Lydia. Margie. She's got her tags done. Tomorrow you need to show up and pick some, and then we're going to start giving them away in December. Maybe even beforehand. Who knows? Things need to out of this place, studio.
Yes, but she gets
dibs.
Yeah.
Margie Gibbs gets the dibs. Patricia is here. That's Patricia C. Panka. Oh, Panka. Tegan. She's the bookmaker. We're going to be making some book things, sort of. Concertinas, a.k.a. art journals. Whatever you want to do with them. Whatever you want to put on them. But we're going to do that today. Shelly Studio, that is Markle. If I missed you, hey, Paula K. I will just give me some extra pinky hello hands, and I will hello you back. Let's get to it. I have some updates as well, Tombien. Let's do that. Top view main. No, Mariah makes top view. There we go. All right, I've been doing sticky notes, y'all, and getting information. There is a thing happening this weekend in DC. I wish I could go. I wish I had the monies to even donate to it. But if you are in the Washington, D.C. area, and if you want more information on this, I did post it over on my Facebook page. If you're into that, I even made it my little thing because I thought that it was important. I also follow Cliff Cash. He's super funny. Monty Mater will be there. I know a lot of y'all follow a lot of these folks like Jolly Ginger, Monty Mater, the Naked Pastor, who does the really cute little sheep drawings, and we read the book, and then I follow him over on the Facebooks. He will be there. He does comedy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, if you're in the area, highly recommend it. They have different events going on. Plus, I think they have free things as well. So, yes. And the Dropkick Murphys. That's right. Like, they have like a legit punk show going on. 3-day situation. Seriously, if I had the funds and didn't have to fly, because that's a big thing. Yeah. Anyway, there you go. More of my sticky note things that, oh, okay. Gerald sent me Pike and Tina tuna. It took her a second. She was registering that.
I love it.
So I thought that was hilarious. So we're gonna probably at some point in time, but see, this is the stuff that I write down. And then I thought that I was like, why am I making the fish book? And it's to document things, to also, this is my way of dealing with all of this. It really is. And I have to put it in a form that brings it some, I don't know. I haven't really put that into words yet, but this is how my brain works, and this is how things go. Look at that. See that? I'm going to put that in there. I just wanted to document, and this is the way that I do that. Now, I got to show you what we worked on last week. I have kind of finished her out, and then we discussed this a little bit yesterday regarding my baby and her involvement with making a person, but we did all the things.
She gets her handwriting from me, Graham.
I've been working on
Her
it.
father.
Oh, it's terrible.
Horrible.
Terrible. Okay, so I just have her magneted because we don't know where she's gonna go yet. I'm not gonna work on this quite today because I was feeling inspired by what I had promised Joni, and I thought it would be a cool thing. So that's what we're gonna mainly do, but I did want to give you the update on everything with our girl from last week. See, these are the magnets that I stick to things. And sorry, I've had a ton of coffee. I'm super jittery.
Oh, I was going to say, what happened to her? She's stuck?
See, that's how she was held onto the page. I got to secure that, but I wasn't sure that that's where she needed to be. Like, I got to think more about her and how she's going to go onto this page. But I got her all put together. See, she's got a belly button magnet. Her proportions are still a little weird, but that's okay. Like, she's a doll. I don't think that it's meant to be spot on. But I did cut up the hands a bit because I was like, those arms are weird long. But now they're kind of weird short, but I think they're maybe just stubby. I don't know. Struggling with that bit. But tied her together. I started that last week. And then look at all her outfits and see each one of them have a magnet as well. Now, 2 of them were on the chipboard. They were a little more sturdy, but also totally fine for the dress itself to be, and it was a lot easier to cut them out and kind of deal with that. Just tips and tricks, y'all. Tips and tricks. Was easier to do this, but see, there was some warpy business. So the cardboard does help, chipboard. I don't know that it has to be full on this heavy. But look at that.
Joan says they're amazing, and Anthony says they're within human parameters.
Okay, within human. And see, you could stack them. And then see, I put the little ruffles. And so 2 dresses can make kind of a different situation. So you can switch it up. And then I did the opposite. See, this was the one we did during the stream.
So what are you planning on doing with her extra clothing items?
I don't know if I just leave them stacked, but see, isn't that cute? So you can just stack them and play with them, and like then it's different ruffle business.
Well, or you could just design a page on the opposite page with her extra wardrobe.
Could. All right, and then see, just snap on there, and there she goes. I still like her on this background, but I think some things I want, some stamping or whatever, and then again, because this is sort of my kind of social justice, my dealing with what's going on type book, clothes aren't going to change the world. The women who wear them will. Anne Klein. Plus, I love some Anne Klein. We were both talking about that back in the day. I used to buy her shirts when they were on like clearance. I could never afford the pants. And most of the time, the darn pants that were in clearance never fit me. Because they were either the super tiny ones, and Anne Klein back in the day, this was before they went to the larger sizes and things. So yeah, it was one of those situations. Anyway, that's this book. That's what's going on with this book. We will continue with this on a later date. Now, what is on the docket for today?
Oh, heavens. Carla almost got locked up.
Really? What? Oh, she said she was going to Charlotte yesterday, and that could possibly.
Anita likes her hair. Cynthia likes her dresses.
Wonderful.
And I missed that part. I was watching what
Hey,
Mariah
Lynn.
was doing here, so I missed out on why Carla didn't. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
All right. Now, y'all have seen this little book before. All right, I'm going to try to do 2 things today. Kind of an old school, like how we very first started making these types of books. These are very old. The reason you know that they're old is because they have been Mod Podged. We don't do that anymore.
That is it. Just because I found other things, I still like Mod Podge.
I do. Like, there are some benefits to it, but then there are things
downsides. We need to use it because we've got a half a gallon down here.
We do. Mod Podge some things. I think boxes and things like that are better than like anything with a page.
Well, and I'm going to do the TV trays.
Yes. That's a good. So, what I want to do for Joni, because she's a reluctant, her and Christy Hartman are going to get together at some point in time. They are reluctant journalers. Now, I don't know, this doesn't necessarily have to be a journal. And this is some things that, even when we're like naming videos and we're talking about these books and how we art and how we journal. How I do it is much different. Like I just said, my fish book is very much journaling in the way that I am processing the world and things that I would like to get out and statements that I would like to make because it makes me feel so much better. And yet it is also beautiful because I think being able to express that, show that, and engage with others in that way, hopefully that kind of brings it to mind to them. And it also, I think, there's that solidarity part of art, us being together. I'm here for you. I have the same, we have the same concerns, these types of things, it is important. And that's what I feel about when I create. In fact, I was looking back at this and it's really funny. There's a couple of quotes in here I would actually like to remove because I don't want to save any space for a person like J.K. Rowling's, because I have one or two J.K. Rowling's quotes in here, and she's a terrible person. She really is. That makes me sad.
Yeah.
And so like I don't want to celebrate her in any which way. But let me show you this. this book is kind of one of the first ones we did when we started doing printables of our own. This particular one, I think, is because this is Twilight Hues. And the reason I'm showing it to you is because, see, this piece of paper here came off with a big roll back there. All right, I have got to. This thing, sorry, this is just driving me nutty butter.
Oh, good. Now
I need that. There we go.
My eyeball.
Yeah, don't look over there. You just need to be looking there anyway. But this was created, this here paper, prior to it being Mod Podged, was this. And that's just the roll paper, the Paycon stuff that we have talked about before. Oh, I was like, I think there's another one.
I was involved in this, but I don't.
You don't remember exactly how?
No.
Well, she being P, crocheted this.
Oh, yeah.
Some of y'all might recognize this kind of business. It's the stuff that comes when you get like a bouquet of flowers. It's the more, you know, just kind of chiffon-y type plasticky business. It's lots of fun to, it can do all kinds of things. And we used up quite a bit of it for this here project. And then P did all of this. She did these knots and.
Oh, yeah, the wispy stuff.
Yeah, P did all of that for me. And I can't remember if you did it after I had connected it. I'm pretty sure maybe before. Because that would have been way tricky.
I don't know. This was a long time
This is a very long time. There's videos for this, y'all. There's a video for that.
I need to watch
There's
the
actually
video.
multiple videos.
I do remember the stitching on the inside now. Yes, a lot of that was done prior to your book. I just did that and handed it to you.
Yeah.
And you glued it down and.
But these papers in the background here, some of this, they are not actual like original art. This is from the printables. Some of them are original. They've just been technique. Like either we put sprays and, you know, this is when I was heavily spattering.
It was prior to gel plating.
Yes. Yes. All of this was prior to. Pretty sure of that. A lot of either like marker, pencil, Mr. Huey sprays, and then like all of these things come out. But the main thing I was trying to show here is that once again, this is a concertina. This is an artist's book. This is also journaling in a lot of ways because again, I put different little sayings and quotes and things. I can't remember. Okay, I sewed some of this. I think actually I sewed most of that one. Hold on. So sorry. See? And this is what P was talking about. She wants more of a flippy outy, like multiple kind of situation. These envelopes were sent to us by, I want to, like, part of me wants to say it was Tundra, but I'm not sure.
Oh yeah, those flowers. I worked a lot of hours.
Yeah, you
on
did.
Those flowers.
You did extra work on them, but the paper, or maybe we were inspired by Tundra. I don't know. Isn't that gorgeous? Yeah, that's P's work right there.
And also, I might say, if you are using alcohol inks, which some of that is in this particular book, fixing it with the Mod Podge really does work. It keeps it from fading.
It does. That's why this is all still so brilliant.
Wouldn't it?
Because I would assume that a lot of it would have faded. So that's like the, you know, that's the give and take of it. And these are those paint chip cards. But whenever you are using, and there's magnets in these, y'all see? Did you see it pop off of there? Because it was not. Doing weird things because I don't have it on there.
Eddie gave you orange hearts.
Thank you, Eddie. See, more little pop down, little
Hello,
same
Dawn.
things. In fact, I came back and see this is one that needs to be removed, and we're gonna find something else about Twilight. Because J.K. Rowling needs to go. You got to go, girl. Making bad decisions in life, and we are not going to support that. I had already like pieced this in because I was so mad at myself because it looked so good. But I had put the Mod Podge over the vellum.
Yeah.
That doesn't always go well.
No.
It just don't. Best to leave vellum alone. All right. That being said, this one is always tricky for me to fold, like figure out how to fold it into, because it does like kind of, you got to book it in a way. It's got to like wrap around, but then maybe not. I don't know. I can't ever remember how it's supposed to go.
Jenny J's asking which version of Mod Podge. I've used it all.
We like the glossy.
I do like the gloss.
I like the
gloss. Place for the matte.
That's true.
But yeah, and did you show that button? That's been alcohol ink too, I think.
Yeah, if you soak it, certain plastics, you soak them in the alcohol ink.
Yeah. And actually, I don't think, no, that's plastic. I think it's shell. No, it's plastic.
That's plastic.
Yeah.
That's
some
plastic.
I do have some that were white shell, and they do alcohol ink nicely.
Now, the one I'm going to try to replicate-ish. See, now this one, I can remember how to put it together, number one, because it has little magnets. Boop, boop. We showed this last week or so. And that's where it was just kind of setting in my head. All right, Joni needs one kind of like this. I love these types of little folded. There's no right or wrong way to do it. And actually, this is called a gatefold because it folds into itself. FYI.
Okay. All right, what is it?
And the other thing that I wanted to do with this type of paper, it is very strong, but it is sort of flimsy-ish. And if you're stuffing it with things, because see, I created a pocket situation. There's actually lots of little different pockets all up in here.
Oh, this is the one we made cards for. I remember it.
Yes. And P helped out with a lot. Again, these are printables. Polynesian something.
Yeah, I showed that the other day, and it accordions out.
Mm-hmm. And then just has these. And the paper was colored with just sprays and things. Sprays and things, y'all. But see how you got to fold it in like that. And this one actually has less folds. Boom, boom. And then this is a little accordion situation with flowers. Magnets. These are the magnets.
Nina says she loves it. Christina said hello. 331 Christina.
All right, so let's get started here. Now, what's really cool about the roll paper, now, not everybody wants to have a big old roll thing in their studio. Not everybody has that room. Luckily, it was something that was moved in at the very beginning because it was something that we had. I had it out in the garage because this paper was meant for crawfish boils. That was when we used to throw parties.
Okay, here's a little tidbit. Gatefold comes from the record album industry. If you have an LP that folds out, usually with double records, it's a gatefold. That concludes your audiophile moment for today.
Awesome. Thanks, Graham. That was awesome.
Eddie said like the Thriller album.
Yes.
Okay. Joan loves she says you're the magnet queen and she loves this little book.
Okay, well, you're going to get one. It's going to be plain. Now, I am going to probably glue some things. Unless you don't want me to. I can just supply you with the pieces and parts because I've done that before. Remember Pat Post and I made her the one that was similar to the... It was all based on the Flowers. Flowers Forever stuff. So, Joni, I'm going to wait for you to tell me. Now, this stuff does tear better one way or the other. But one thing that I love about it, like this is the width of it. See, it's very long. One of the reasons I stopped doing this is because it's not exactly ideal to...
Karen McCoy is here in the house.
Okay, yes. But I do want this to be somewhat, you know, uniform here.
Okay, we have Healing is Recycling Crafting showed up.
Hey, Liz. Okay. There we go.
And Justin. Did you say Justin earlier?
Hi,
and
Justin.
Estella. Hello, Estella.
All right, now what does Joni say about?
She hasn't said anything yet.
Wow, you are the... Okay.
Sorry, boy, there's a lot of talky though. And Jenny, she said, give that girl a ruler. We don't believe in those things.
And especially me, I don't do that, no.
I do. I ruler cut. And I even have a serrated edge thing that... All
right, one of the reasons that I like the playing cards is because, again, this is a great storage system, even for, like, ATCs. Yes, what?
Joni says, I should at least do the painting, coloring after you are making the book.
Yes, 100%. Do you want it so you can flatten this all back out and do what you want to do on it and then fold it back up? Or do you want me to secure it in a way then you just kind of decorate more the outside parts and you're going to have to be a little more creative about decorating or arting on it? That's the question, because I can do both things.
Hello, Jenny Roberts Day.
So the answer would be fully customizable or just more for decorating. Those are kind of the two options there. I shall wait. Oh, but while I'm waiting here. Hello, Eric. One of the things that like I said, so using playing cards is a great way to establish I love this size. You've noticed that a lot of them are kind of that playing card-ish size. You can put ATCs in it. You can utilize it to store yours, or it could be a way to commemorate maybe even a big swap or, you know, this, that, the other. That's the thing. On one of them, you saw that I actually glued the cards down.
All right. Johnny says, maybe secure it as I have never done this.
Okay, perfect. Great answer. There wasn't a wrong answer.
No.
So... this will become more manageable here in a minute. Or we could
It makes lovely sounds. I love that sound.
Do you?
Crunchy paper sound.
Maybe we should just go ahead and, like, fold it in half.
Well, that would determine your middle point. But you'll have to have equals on either side if you do that.
Because this will give us, like, once you start folding things... you can think about it in the terms of, all right, well, that already creates some pocket potential. Potential pocketing. Also, sort of love how, see, on one side we have more organic edge. So this could be decorated differently. Later on, Joni, if you don't love that edge, you can just chop it right off if you feel the need to. What I like about these more organic edges is you can come along and put in these little strips of leftover papers, and then that's also how I secured this one piece, the fabric piece. But you can tell up here, see, this was all more organic edge at the tops. And as you add those different elements and things to it, it becomes more sturdy. And again, this paper is awesome for that sort of business. Now, see what I like here is that I already have 1, 2, 3 potential pocket areas.
This it really isn't as complicated as it seems initially. Just hang in there if you're... Now, I'm going to give you one more option here. So we're going to try to keep to this size of thing. Jenny says, after suggesting the ruler, she really does like that edge. This isn't for everyone. If you want a little more formal content, then you can make it as
as such. Yes.
I had a great time altering playing cards back before I got a gel plate.
Now, what's cool about this, because I've done this one kind of before, is you can then come in and stick things in that position as well. Or if you want to cut that end, you can then flip this up and secure this stuff. So then little openings happen. And just giving y'all suggestions on all the things. I'll show you another one here in a little bit if we can, but I wanted to make sure I get through this construction part of everything. Now, question would be, are you more interested in a folded in or all just an like a true concertina accordion fold where it all just, that's probably the easiest. Because I don't want to complicate things for you because it does get hard to remember which way to fold things in and that sort of thing. So we're just going to zigzaggy this. Now, one of the things you want to keep in mind while creating one of these is that, all right, well, we know we have pockets. Well, what do you put in pockets? You put stuff. Stuff equals needing more folded. You know, you're going to have to kind of adjust. Like, I don't want to make this super tight like this. I don't want to come right up to the card.
Yeah, you want a bit of wiggle room there because you might put more stuff in.
You're going to put more stuff in. So we want to think about that and kind of go, all right, just going to put my finger there. Think about that. All right, that's pretty good. I'll show you one of the brilliant things about, you're going to be like, well, how do you know how many things you're going to have or whose it, what's it? I'll show you that. You just don't.
It should not be a deciding factor.
Right. Now, again, another lovely thing here is you can just keep folding in like this. You can do like a roll fold of it, or you can zigzag it. You want to roll fold or zigzag, Joni?
Healing is Recycling says zigzagging, but I haven't heard from. Oh, Joan says accordion.
Okay. Perfect. So we're gonna come in. All right. We're going to come in here first because the reason I was having a little moment where I was thinking is that we want to take into consideration that this is kind of our first panel. Think about this as like your cover, okay? Again, not necessarily a right or a wrong.
Do you want a bone folder to secure your folds?
One of the things that I like to do with these particular ones, because we don't really know, I don't want to mash down and create a true fold. It's almost better to leave it a little more loosey-goosey.
Okay.
Because once again, you're going to be folding and unfolding this, which is totally fine. That's what it's meant to do. And you're going to be adding things. So those first folds may or may not be the true fold.
Becky likes his project no measuring.
Yeah.
And I think Carrie's probably already broken out in hives.
He may have. All right.
But I noticed, I looked at his list today on things that he's working on.
Yes. Is to be a little more.
Yeah, I thought that was really, I need to be more precise.
No,
I don't know that's going to happen.
That's my job.
Don't be taking that's what's lovely about handing it across the great divide here. Jobs.
Okay, two options here now that we have everything folded. This could actually end up being our cover, and I kind of like it because we have lots of foldy little options. You could tuck cool things in. Remember how I created this little thing here. Like, you can create fun things that go in and snap on, and then this says, hey, this is how this particular book will open, because we don't have a right or a wrong necessarily at this moment. There isn't.
No, what are you going to do with that little hanging out on the edge there? Are you going to keep
That's what I'm talking about right now.
Oh,
so this is an opportunity. We have a little hanging on piece. So okay, well, I really want it to be more like have a flat surface on both front and back. We can add that in. You just fold the little hootie-doo. And then we need to find something that we love that's going to create then that back or, you know, that back panel.
Oh, Cynthia's in lurking mode and she's trimming the edges on Snowflake Jacks.
Okay. Hey, here's even a really cool option. All right. We want to add some stability to this here project, right? So what can happen here is we can secure this panel like so. This is one of our, you know, old postcard things. And then just cut it. May have the
chopper. Yeah. Here you go.
Grab that.
Hello, Sue.
Also, I know that I'm going really quickly with this. I really cannot express enough that there's not a right or wrong to this. I want this to be your opportunity to go, all right, I got a big piece of paper. I'm going to just see how it folds, and I'm going to, whatever comes out of it, because that's how I started with this stuff. And the only reason I know about like the extra little pockets or whatever is because I've done a few of these. There's just no right or wrong. And if you're more particular and you want to come back and adjust and fix these, again, the key here is though you want a piece of paper that is going to hold up to all of this media and thing, you know, all the paint and folding and just handling. That's the key to this type of thing, this type of book, the accordion. This Paycon paper is like a white craft on the roll situation. I don't know that maybe the paper that comes with the Amazon orders and things of that nature, you may want to maybe glue two of those things together. Make it a little thicker. I've actually used those before. Let me show you this one. Like I said, I like these little books. These make me happy. This is after P started gel printing. But this here paper is the paper that comes from in the, you know, in the orders. Or just a paper bag. And I think this was single. Yeah, single on one side, but see, these are cards.
Yeah, I remember being involved in that.
Yeah. I think this one has magnets in it. All right, so we're going to do this panel on the back because I've never really done anything quite like this. I want...
So, in other words, you do need to designate your cover. It's your front piece, I guess I should say.
At this point of it, yes. Because then you're going to want to like keep that in mind as you are decorating or, you know, arting on it. I hate saying decorating. That makes it seem kind of more trivial than it is. And I think what I'm going to do is secure it kind of like this. So we've created a little pocket situation. So we're going to glue it in like so. Or I just send it along and Joni, then that's your call. You could just lop that off if you want to. Or you can keep this as the end piece. But I am going to secure some of these because that is what you had requested. So we will be doing that. But I think the back panel part, I'm going to leave that for you to decide. But I'm going to cut it for you. I would really like to see if I can tear this.
Oh, that board?
I know. But I'm going to do it. I'm going to see if I can do it.
Wow.
I know.
I don't think I've ever done that before.
We have not ever done that before. And look at that, though. Even the color in it. Because, see, these are, they call this, like, trifecta paper. So it's 3 pieces of heavy stock put together. And the center one is this kind of pinky.
Oh, that's so cool. Why have we not done that before?
I don't know. Sometimes, you know, just, we're always trying and learning new things, y'all. All right, now I am going to chop here. Please keep in mind we do not have the guard on our thing. That's not something that we recommend. It's just, you know, we live on the edge over here at PMR Studio. And there we are. And we still have a rough edge that matches things. Boom, boom. Now, Joni, if you want me to glue it in, I will, but just let me know.
Hi, Sepha.
Or if you want me to send that along so you can decide.
Judy G. Junk Journals, hello. I don't know if we said hello earlier. She's retired, so she gets to play all day.
That's what P does, pretty much. Well, between naps and snacks.
Yeah. all
naps,
very important.
Naps, snacks, and Arty. That's pretty much her day. She does plan to vacuum. Okay. Where are we at?
I've had enough coffee today.
Okay, Joni says, glue it in, please. I love it. All right. She's making decisions, and I love it. All right, now, you notice there, I'm not going to be able, because, see, there's sort of this funky fold down here at the end. I'm not going to stress about it. I'm like, okay, that already just makes a decision for me. I'm going to put it in here where I can get it evened up with the bait, where the bottom fold is here. Okay. Now, also, to make this more fun and arty, some suggestions that I would have on this, because I have done this in the way that we are. How am I going to tell y'all this? Okay. Some of these things, like if I were to be the one creating this and arting on it, I would have actually had P gesso this, but I didn't know that this is all like, I'm showing y'all my process. This is how I would make these things. But at this juncture, we're also passing it off to somebody. So I want to make sure that you guys understand the different options at these different junctures. If that makes sense. Hopefully. I'm enjoying this thoroughly. And I want y'all to as well. Now, so the reason I was thinking about that is, okay, well, we're going to leave some funky, bulky business here if we are gluing this in. Well, I would assume that Joni's probably going to come in and glue down some of her art. That's kind of would be my suggestion. Whether it's just collage pieces, little pieces, that's really what I would probably,
she has plenty of those.
Just like some of this even, like I would tear it up more and I would make it seem like that was all natural. That was meant to be. Once again, I'm going to show y'all up in the close. See, because right now, if I left it like this, it's going to be harder to piece in things and make it look more natural. Less like, ooh, that was a total afterthought. So what I'm going to go ahead and do, since we are gluing it in, is sort of do that. Because I want to get rid of those hard, straight edges.
And this is to just, you know, reiterate. And when I'm doing my, what do you call it? Paper mache stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I will always tear the edges rather than cut them because they just lie flatter and look more organic.
Yeah. All right. I wouldn't be mad at anybody if they turned on the air. I've had a lot of coffee.
You have a lot of coffee. You want me to turn the fan on you?
That would be nice.
Because I don't really think it's all that hot outside. I could be mistaken.
All right. Digging that.
Are you feeling it?
Yes, I think so. How about that? Feeling that?
Yeah.
How about that? Y'all see this little margin that I kind of have going on here? That's on purpose. See that little space up there? Because again, we don't want it so tight up against that other, that fold that it creates an issue for us. And then I'm gluing these just kind of at the edges of each little section to close them up and secure them to this back panel.
Yes, healing is recycling. It is very difficult for me to just watch rather than do stuff. That's why I get in trouble sometimes. I'm supposed to be reading. Okay, here's Joan. It's a good thing Mariah is doing all the fussy stuff, because I'm not sure I would have understood these types of details. Thank you so much, Mariah.
Joni, I love you, girl. And I felt so bad because I'm like promising her things and then not following through. That does not.
No, that's usually my modus operandi. I'm very proud of my tags. I mean, I think I did over. I think there's 30. I ended up with 30 different ones, and that's just because. And I will say that you need to come back tomorrow, because I did some color alteration on some of the brown ones. I thought I just had too many browns. I mean, I know it's hard to believe that I would say that, but
too many browns.
I don't know. I just felt like, cheerful holiday things should. And I did leave. There were a couple that were brown that were just absolutely too wonderful not to leave brown. And hey, some people, maybe you have a masculine looking package.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know, maybe other people like brown. I don't know. I don't. Margie hasn't on the brown. She hasn't knowed me up on this.
Okay.
But she's getting to choose. So
now, some other little tips and tricks with these sorts of books. As you do things to them, as you add more art to them, keep folding them back into place. It's just so you get the feel of it. Don't just, have it all rolled out and then decorate and then be like, oh, crud. Didn't even realize I was doing the backside of things. Or just, it is so important to keep opening, closing, moving it around and figuring out, oh, okay, well, now I have this. Now I have, this.
What do I need?
What's going here now? Maybe this leads into this other, this panel now leads into this, but when it's folded up and you're looking at it with this folded here, what does this cover, the cover, have to do with this particular panel, which is actually the third interior panel? Or does that matter to you?
Third interior. Listen to this. Hey, there's a lot of brown fans here.
Mm-hmm. All right, this one is sort of bugging me, so I'm going to adjust this because that little piece sticking out there is making me a little cray-cray. See, I have my moments, y'all, where I tell myself it's okay, but then I'm like, it really isn't.
Healing Recycling says, every time it's such a unique design that anything out there when M is working on is something, so we need her. Yes.
Now, Joni, I am not going to... I was originally going to think about securing these totally. The fact that we already have secured this back hard panel already locks this in the way that it is. So there really isn't totally necessary for me. What I would do and what I would recommend for you to do once you have things everywhere that you want them, especially once you put extra things in these, because they will start to slide around, you will want to glue these pieces in here. But this will allow you to kind of, spray or be able to paint inside of there more so. Some of the other options that you can have. And then with this video, you can come back and watch it and hear me talk about, okay, and I'm going to go through this a little bit more slowly.
You find Shibori, so that the Shibori book.
Okay.
The reason is, and I want her to know this paper is absolutely fabulous for doing dip and dies or
Yes.
that sort of thing. It lends itself.
Okay.
It's wonderful paper for that.
All right, we will do that here in just a second. This is going to be the portion of this part where I'm going to talk through these options here for you in particular. When you create these flippy things, I alluded to this earlier. What you can do once you secure and glue them is you could actually cut this at you can glue here and then cut this at the top. So then that would leave you a pocket more like that. You can cut this here, have it then flip up, and then just have things underneath if you want to do that. You could tear this and have it come off completely, and then it's just a
page.
Just a page, just, you know, a pocket, a thing of, you know, what's it. Maybe you want to cut this particular one a little shorter. You could even do that down here in the middle part, but you want to make sure that you have glued this in and glued this in, and then you can start changing this up. Again, this is such a wonderful way to learn how to build pockets, move things around, but not feel so like, you know, you have to cut pieces apart. This is more like you get to remove them as you go versus building it up. Not to say that if you wanted to build up more pockets, you can glue things on.
This, I love this because it's how I work. I work very
organically.
And I react to each stage of the development.
I'm going to give you cards.
And you might go ahead and throw in an extra panel of that
oh yes,
hoopty-doo stuff there, just in case she decides
but see what I was talking about there? Even they're just sliding around right now. This is why it's important to come back once you are done. Secure. You want to add glue inside here. Boom. Glue that. Because then it will help hold things in place. Because when you are folding and unfolding this, things will then slide around and puke out. And the way that I know that is that I have built one of these is a complete puker. Just pukes things out.
It do. And this is where Mod Podge comes in really handy.
It does stick in place. Yeah,
it'll
hold
stick
them.
it.
All right, so that concludes. This is a true like concertina because it is folded like, you know, accordion. But then we even added that back panel because see, this is more like a book. So you have both a flat front cover and a flat back. This is nice because it adds the stability.
Yes.
With it just being paper, again, you will add more stability as you add things to it, but it's nice to sort of start with that structure. I'm very proud of this, by the way. I can't wait to see what Joni does with it. And Joni, no pressure.
She was wondering how she'd color the insides. Hey,
sprays. You can just
okay, now you need to find shibori.
This is a good segue to that.
This is because it directly addresses her concern.
Yeah. I'm also going to, because all right, good, we're at 1 hour. Perfect. I'm going to build one that is more like this. I don't know if I'm going to make it this size, but we'll see. This is shibori. If y'all know Susan Taylor Brown, she made me this. I saw her the other day. She was talking about how much she loves couching. She made me that. She sent it to me. I think she thought I was a crazy person. That's fine.
She makes some amazing stuff.
Okay. So I'm looking for the little packets. Okay, this is what she's talking about. This is that same paper. That exact same paper. This and this, same stuff. It dyes beautifully. It holds medium like nobody's business. You can spray it, you can do whatever. Joni, I would recommend, though, if you get it super, super wet, you're going to lose some of the folds and things. That being said, it will fold back up all fine and dandy. Just kind of, you know, keep in mind, you may need to reestablish some of those folds.
Okay, the other book is the Dragonfly book.
That's the one, that's the puker. We'll show you that here in just a second. I'm loving this. Hopefully, y'all are loving this. Thumbsy upsies. Welcome to everybody that has come in. Do say hello in the chat so we can say hello back. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. You can't say anything in the chat unless you have subscribed to the channel. Subscribe. I'm very curious about the subscribe thing. If you've noticed. I want to know if it lights up later on. I can't imagine it does it during the stream.
I don't know. I don't even know what you're talking about.
I know you don't. Okay. So, P, and I think there might be little videos. We did something.
Joan, it isn't. She wants to know if it's fingerprint paper. It really isn't. It's the same. It has the same matte texture on both sides.
It's maybe slightly smoother on one, but it really is not like noticeable. It is not like, whoa, that's different.
That wonderful envelope there.
P made this. She dyed it and she made it.
Very, very happy with myself when I end up with things like that.
Yeah, she didn't glue it, but that's good because then, you know, holds all the little things.
Oh, trust me, when Izzy was tiny, we used up yards of this paper. I mean,
yes.
Yeah.
This is all the different shibori techniques.
And I learned how to do this when I did my batik class.
See, this is the sort of thing, too, that I'm like, I'm interested in that. I want to document my education of, you know, or my research. I like doing that when I'm learning about something, even though we sort of knew about, like, just the tip of the iceberg about shibori. And then we're like, well, we need to know more. And then I'm like, well, now that I know that, I should include that in the book. Like, this is a learning thing. And see, a little card, printed that out, gave credit. See, that's where, I'm pretty sure. I think this came from
Thanks, Mo, for putting that in.
Wikipedia. Isn't that cool? But yeah, same paper. And you can tell, not only did P fold it in the way to dye it, but then refolded it in a different configuration to create then the envelope. So it holds up really, really well. And not all paper will do that.
No, it won't. And I just, you know, this is, I don't, we don't know a lot about this paper because we've had it for so long, but well, I love it. The
brand of it is Paycon. And it is Paycon craft paper, comes on a roll. You can even buy it like with the roller thing, which is what I had done because I was like, all right, you know, we're gonna have some parties or whatever, and I don't want just this roll of paper that I have to deal with. So I got the roller thing. I don't know if it's still available. For a long time, it was listed over there in our Amazon because that's where I got it back in 2015. 2015. I'm pretty sure that's when I bought it.
10 years ago. And we still have some on the roll.
I will say, though, it is less. I was trying to, plus I'm terrible at pulling. I've never.
Oh my gosh. She really sucks at that.
So this was pretty impressive, really, that I got it. I think that's all of the little shibori pieces that ended up in this particular one. This is all P's artwork. And then if you want a printable set, that's what this here is. Love this. Okay. One more example of the pukey one, and then we'll start with, I'm going to make her a panel one. This goes really quick. And I think we're going to do sort of this size. And in fact, what we'll do is we'll just go ahead and make it the 5x7. We're going to use more of these. I have a lot of this. I have a lot of those. It was, you know, the time when we were going to sell them and whatnot.
Thanks, Mo, for putting that in.
Okay. I love this little book. This was, and remember, I started this project and I kept starting and ending, and it just wasn't coming together until it finally came together. This is one where I had it in my head and it had to come out the way that it was in my head. That's what took so long. And gathering up the different things from people. Okay. Dragonfly.
It's a multi-volume.
It's what this thing is so ridiculous. This is called Pushing the Boundaries. You should not make one that is this big. It's just, it's not very, what am I trying to say?
Manageable.
It's,
and especially if you're trying to photograph it or show it
Anyway, some things have been added later as well. Tommy P crocheted. Isn't that beautiful work? Look at that. I know she doesn't follow a pattern, but you know, she's got a thing. Isn't that beautiful?
Now, Joni, if you want me to crochet you something, you should wait until you finish.
Yeah.
Because then we can match up the But I would be happy to make that for you. Mary Thomas says spectacular.
This was by Melissa. But see, it has a dragonfly on it, so I had to go with the dragonfly. That came later. All right. This thing, seriously, so ridiculously big.
Now that paper that's on there has been dyed, completely immersed in a solution that I created to get it that kind of mossy, greeny.
Mossy business. Okay, that's right. I was like, all right, how does this one? Pretty sure. Yes? No? See, I don't even remember, and I think I finally got sick of this thing, and I started gluing things, so that could have been part of it as well. Does that come? See, I feel like that has to. Yeah. Okay. There we go. I was like, that has to come apart.
I was gonna say, can you grab the
cracker? There we go. Okay. I didn't want to be too rough with it, and then
no, there isn't. You can always patch it.
I can always patch it, but see, this pocket's too fat. This is ridiculous, and the way that it folds and then wraps around and does things. See, I finally did. I think I just glued it because I was tired of it. It used to come all the way apart.
I don't know if I would have sanctioned that had I been involved in that decision making.
But y'all can look at. We have a video. There's a video for it. You can see it when it was in its original, very annoying. Yeah.
Oh. Cheryl says that during the next giveaway would be awesome to include one of my crocheted beauties.
Okay.
I can do that.
But here, this is more of the dyed, this same paper. Now, some of this is other papers, but majority of it is this is like a little book. Inside this is too much of a pocket. And see how it just flops around in there? The struggle is real. There's a video for this, by the way. I did a separate one for this little book. And then somebody wanted to buy this little book. And then I told them the price. And they didn't want to buy the little book anymore.
Yeah, price yourself out. I spent a lot of time on...
We both did on this.
On this.
On just the little book.
On the little book, yes.
But this paper is part of a video where we dyed, how we dyed it.
Yes. I'd forgotten that.
See, I've been gluing string since 2019.
Yeah, I told her where I wanted it, and she actually listened. Because I liked the quote, somehow or other. It created the path for the dragonfly.
Oh, this is some special business right here.
Oh, yes, that is.
Uh-oh. All right.
Just
The mud pudge strikes again. I got it.
you got it. You have the cracker. Use the other end. It works better. It's more of a beveled edge. Hi, Gerald.
Yeah. See?
You rip it.
Well, I'm happy that it actually stuck that piece because I think I'll be able to peel it.
Oh, yeah.
But
sometimes you can wet it and peel it.
Maybe if I put the heat gun on it a little.
Mary Ellen says dust it with corn starch.
I should rub it with the one stuff. That's what I should do.
Be careful with the cornstarch. In Texas, it draws
and bugs.
That's a mighty fine page there.
Oh, this is a sneaky pocket. There's sneaky stuff in there. Little. See? Isn't that clever?
I need to take this apart and look at it again.
I know. I so enjoy it.
Because I really have forgotten a lot of the...
Those darn... those pieces sticking to things.
Use your thing over there. Your wiggly thing.
This thing. There we go. See? Okay. That's the book. Another one of those little envelopes. P was really into making the envelopes at that moment in time. Okay. Cautionary tale. Too big. Too much. If you want to see all this in its original glory, there's a video.
You need to hand me that. I want to look at that.
Okay. I will hand it to you after. You got a job to do.
I'm watching where she puts it.
It's always up there.
Okay.
All right, now let's build out an accordion.
Okay, Cynthia says, I want you to know I have the Liquitex iridescent graphite. Everyone needs to have this paint. I'll be posting a picture of the print I used it on, and you'll love it. I absolutely agree with you. It is a cannot live without color of paint.
That is so funny. All right, Joni, I'm going to tell you, this is how much we love you. I'm even going to, these here things are these things that have already been Mod Podged. That in itself equals a lot of
gesso.
A lot of time and energy.
Gesso.
Mm-hmm. But I'm going to do it because we love you. But yeah, these have been gessoed. It's nice to have them already done.
Trust me, it took a lot of my time there.
Yeah.
That was my job.
But
and there's at least 3 coats of paint on each one of those.
Yeah,
3
that'll
coats
save
of
you
gesso.
some feelings. I think what we need to do. How many do we have here? One.
Back to that graphite, iridescent graphite. The reason I love it is because you can add
6.
other transparent colors to it, and it will change accordingly. But it's a transparent paint, and it's quite lovely.
And doesn't these sound fun? Oh wait, that's 5. We need 6. Okay, we're gonna do 6. Is that right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So similar configuration as far as panels. Just we're gonna do it differently as far as its construction.
Now, if you wanted to make it more pages, you could cut those pages in half.
Could, like, what you do is you make it a smaller book, you go more. We're not doing that. I'm giving you. I like this is a pretty workable, fun size. Well, I guess that's true. All right, Joni, do you want 5x7, or I can cut these in half and then create a smaller book.
3 by 5.
Yes. So let me know what you think about that. I'm going to create a little spacer because a spacer is necessary.
It is.
It's helpful.
I'm waiting for her to respond, Mariah. I'm looking.
Okay. Y'all look away. I know this freaks some people out.
Cat, it's a little bit similar. I would say it has a little less grit than the micaceous iron oxide. And it certainly is more transparent.
Okay, so...
Okay, she says you lost me.
Yeah.
I had an interruption by my sister.
No worries.
5 by 7 is what you're doing now? Is
Okay.
this the second book? Yes, ma'am.
This second book...
Do you want it 5 by 7 or do you want the 5 by 7 cut in half?
Or we can cut these and then make it a smaller book that's, you know, like, this would be 2 panels. Boop, boop.
Okay. She hasn't answered yet, but
Yeah.
she's
She's
paying
here.
attention now. She had to talk to her sister. 5 by 7 would be nice.
Okay. Can do. No cutting required. Alrighty. I'll put this off to the side. We're going to need this. This is where the, you know, measure mat, you know, glass mat things with the measuring device built into it is handy. But, a little spacer thing like so works quite nicely as well.
Now, while she's doing that, you understand you can make your spacer as big or as small as you want to. You just need to make it big enough so that it hinges well.
You want to make it, if you are going to do a very simple, like you're just going to mount your gel prints or artwork or just do some
where is
minimal
that one?
collage stuff. You know which one I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. She's moved everything around. I don't know where anything is.
This is super simple, plain Jane. Actually, these hinges, or, you know, the bends, are fatter than they need to be. These could have been much tighter because we didn't do anything other than just mount the gel prints. But this would allow for, like, if we wanted to come back and put more collage on there, there's enough of a margin, hinge, fold. Yeah. But I would assume that you maybe want to add pockets to these or other things. That's when you want to make sure that you add more, like the Mawashi situation on our book. Well, see, we just blew out. I gotta fix that, and we might, I don't know if we're gonna get to that today, but basically the amount of tape that goes into the panel, it really matters, especially if you were going to be building a book like what P did with the Mawashi, and you're going to be holding a lot of stuff.
Because pressure's going to be put on those
and
hinges.
it did, and it pulled, and you know, that was kind of my bad. It's aesthetically, there's sort of a fine line. How much do you want it to come in? I'm going to give you the full piece of tape because, number one, that's just going to be easier for us to do today. This is gaffer tape. This particular one is this brand. I think this is what is exactly in the Amazon shop. I don't love this as much as I like the X-Fasten True bookbinding tape. This is sturdier. It's more fabric.
flexible.
Yeah, it has more fabric in it than this particular one. But this is all that was available. And I like the white because then I don't have to go through, and it's nice to have the tape the same color as your panels. Doesn't have to be, especially if you end up like painting over it or coloring on it. This stuff colors beautifully. In fact, I'll show you that here in a second. I gotta think about which book was it that I went in and I used the acrylic markers. This worked, it colored beautifully for it anyway. All right. So key is you want piece of tape for both sides.
Okay, Marty says, could you also add pages to it as well?
You can.
Yeah.
And then that's one thing about, like, especially more with the book. This, you see how it's more plasticky looking? You could still sew through it. And I'm sure that it would probably hold a signature just fine. I would be more, like, I would have more faith in the bookbinding tape than I do of this holding a sewn-in signature. So some things to keep in mind there. I don't get super duper technical about all this. If you want, you can. I kind of just eyeball it. Start on kind of, you hold it towards the center so that way you kind of know where you're going to put, you know, you're lining up your fold and that it's going to be sort of even on both sides. Get one side in place. Kind of, again, with the glass mat, it's very nice. Holds it. Yep. As I say that.
Did you glue it down to your spacer?
I did. Okay. Coming in. Coming in. There we go. Kind of lining up. Boom. There we go. This side's a lot easier. I like going over. Again, you see, I didn't get it super perfect. I don't concern myself with that a ton because we're going to be, you know, you're going to be covering it up. Like, you're going to be putting artwork over it or collage or, you know, whatever. Now, this is also where your bone folder comes in handy. Because the more you secure those.
Yeah, the more you glue the press it down, buff out. What do you call that?
Yeah. Burnish it together.
Burnishing. Thank you. God.
You never.
I knew it was a B word. But it's also flexible in that you will have it's not brittle.
Right. All right, so now we have, this can just be a cover too if you want to just, you know, do a book cover. There you go, dunsies. And you could do it like that with a fat spacer. So if you had a third piece of done, that's how I make these little books. And again, this is the smaller cut. Like what I do is I cut this into, like, it has an inch or a, yeah, I think that's an inch. So I just cut an inch out of the, actually, really what I do is I cut an inch off the end and then I cut this in half. That way I know it's right. That's how you do one of these. These little panel cards have come in quite handy. So what was a oopsie doopsie ended up being something
and
we
you can
use often.
Paint on the black and bright opaque colors. You certainly can.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to do a little bit better on lining this up. This is where the crap tape kind of comes in handy. But you got to be careful. Sometimes when the washi tape
all of a sudden it'll start sticking.
It sticks and then you got a chunk out of the hooty-doo, but...
It is much easier on the glass mat than a self-healing style.
Yes. So much. Because it'll stick down and then you're like... See how much easier that was to kind of keep it in place. Try and go a little more. Slid a little bit. Goodness. It's also hard to do when you know people are watching you do it.
Yeah, and you also have to position it so that they can see instead of holding your head over it and looking at it and matching it up. So that, you know, they can see.
I'm trying. Okay. There we go there. Then I gotta move my tape. I should have moved my tape.
Yeah, I don't recommend doing a whole lot of cutting on your glass board.
Okay. Alright, that's gonna bug me a little bit. Okay. Coming at it again. 1 second. Okay. See? Crap tape not holding. That's fine. We're gonna go there. Hold, I say. Hold. There we go. All right. Boom.
Patience is a virtue here, ladies and gentlemen.
It is.
That's one of the reasons that, because I would already...
Yeah, she would have lost it.
Thrown it across the room and said, you know, I'm just going to do something else because this is just not working for me.
Okay, and I am seriously... Could be hormonal.
It could be.
It could be.
Could be.
Not helped by the coffee.
I'll give you more direct access to
the fan. Okay, well, thank you. Appreciate that. Ooh, all right. That was almost a oopsie there.
How's that?
Nice, thank you. All right. And there we are. One more down. I know this is not terribly exciting, y'all. I do understand. And one of the reasons I don't usually do this size of book is you can see right now, like I can only get a couple panels in frame for y'all. That's kind of part of the reason that I don't do bigger ones, because it's hard to show it all. See if I can get this done a little faster this time.
Mary Ellen, what? No, you didn't. She just tucked her hair behind her.
Yeah.
Her ears.
This is one of the reasons I usually just flip and eyeball it.
Thank you, Mary Ellen.
I got a little off. There we go. Looking a little better. All right, so what are people talking about? Let's, I got 2 more to do, y'all, and we can just chit chat while we're doing it.
Okay, well, I just have a thing here. If you put your tape down,
Now,
and then you put your paper on top of your tape, have you ever done that?
yes, I have.
Oh, Paula. Yes, you are late. Have you been to
The store.
the store?
Got her errands ran. The reason that does not work very well, is because then all of a sudden you've got it laying on top of the tape, and then it's not in the right place. See this washing? It's like you need something sticky enough, but not too sticky.
Well, I was thinking if you tape the tape down.
If you tape the tape down?
With the crap tape.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're gonna try that.
I don't know. I'm just trying to get some different ideas generated here.
Yeah, I like it.
Aha. Yanka showed up.
I pulled that too short. I may have pulled that one short. I don't know. Barely. It is nice if you give yourself a little more. I mean, I know it's kind of wasteful, but a lot easier to do that than deal with it being right on the edge there and then having to
wrestling with it.
Right. Exactly.
Paula was at a nerd spa day.
Okay.
But she's here now.
Okay. Where is the one book? It's the one I did all the work in between. I
don't know.
Over here. It is.
You know, when we restructured the entire room.
Well, I know, but all the
put.
books are mainly over here. Mainly. Sometimes it's about remembering what size it is. And see, P's books are a lot bigger.
Well, it was an eyesight thing as much as anything. Hello, Barbara. Duty calls. Okay. And Healing is Recycling says, what is your last shop favorite tool or element?
The what?
Your last shop favorite tool or element. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I love the Baron. a lot. And okay, and Barbara says she's going to come back and replicate your creation with a barb tweak.
Okay.
Love it.
See, so far, doing pretty good here. You see that this allows for lots of stuff to be stuffed, built up on there. If you want it tight, then you just move.
Smaller.
Yeah, you don't want this much, but at the very least, remember, you need to fold it. So that's the key. Like, for instance, so if you were to butt these right up to one another, that is not going to work.
It isn't, because it's gonna. Number one, it'll pull loose.
You need to have at least like twice the amount. So, or you know, this, which is probably what, about a 1/16. You need to have about an 1/8. So it actually folds and still allows for a little give. I hope that makes sense to y'all. Okay, my best thing was... Okay.
Graham soaking Caleb's stencils in Dawn.
Okay.
Hey,
you may want Murphy's.
You may want Murphy's, but Dawn will work if you leave it long enough.
Yeah. Paige just leaves them soaking in the bathtub until somebody says something about it. That's usually me.
That looks a little off from here.
There. Got more better.
Yeah.
Gets a little tricky too because I got more weight hanging out over here, so it's kind of pushing on it. In fact, it's got a popping up there.
Thanks, Mo, for putting that in. Yeah. That's what's nice about the UPO. You can leave it in there as long as you want to. Now, you know, provided you haven't used any really strong chemicals, it's going to dissolve the plastic.
Oh, no, that ain't about. Okay. I did have a good idea. I was like, all right, well, if I leave that in there, but then it's going to get taped down. Although, I mean, I don't know. I guess that's
I think that's not a winner.
Okay.
Winner. You can tape it to the whatchamacallit there, but I don't think you should tape it to the...
Who's it? What's it?
Who's it? Yeah. Okay, well, Graham said he's tried both, and he says that Dawn actually works better than Murphy's.
Okay.
I'm not crazy about the smell of the Murphy's. And it's lingering. Oh, the cats don't like the Murphy's.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I might add another little thing here. If you hand me your strip, I can put tape.
Yeah, it would be better if this was like slicky.
Slicky.
I'm done though. This is the last one.
All right. Well,
so good call.
Yeah.
Sometimes, you know. I will say the smaller books are a little easier to deal with. The bigger it is, the harder it is to do.
Yes, I try to make sure that the clunky stuff ends up in as a trash, and I know that's not great either, but I don't know.
All right, my friends. That is kind of that. Now, I wanted to find that other book because I really want to show that. I think that is important.
I don't know which one you're talking about.
It is the one that, so it was that really beautiful print, and you were reluctant giving it to me.
Oh, yes, I do.
And I said, I will make it happen, and it will be beautiful, and I did. And now what have we done with that book? It's kind of a smaller one, I think. Ish.
SWL said, I may resort to Murphy's then to keep feral cats off my convertible top.
Oh, there you go.
We use animal repellent around the carport, so Murphy's may work there as well.
I'm trying to think. Do we have books somewhere? Oh, is this it? No.
Oh, draft. I remember draft. My mother used to use that in the laundry. It was especially for babies with sensitive skin. I've always had sensitive skin. That's really the only part of me that's sensitive.
Yeah.
The rest is pretty much oblivious to anything that most people would consider notable.
I'm kind of like, okay, where did that go? Did you pop it off over here?
Maybe.
I've been trying to put most of the books in the one place. Okay. I don't know. That's kind of crazy. You didn't give it away, did you?
Oh, heavens, no. I wouldn't do that. Pretty sure I wouldn't do that.
You gave Susie the one.
I did, but that was because it was made with her in mind from the beginning.
That's true. That's irritating to me. Part of me feels like it's just like right there. See, part of me feels like it's right there in front of me, and it was. It was tucked away. Okay, this was the organic edge one. Y'all remember? Remember? And this is the print that I was talking about. Now, I left the tape exposed back here. And see, I wasn't even consistent with the... Because I think... Let's see. Does it wrap? Is that the deal?
No, I don't think so.
No, it just... Okay. I just got wonky in it. It was all kinds of wonky with, like... Not a set edge or anything. But then, y'all see... I did that with the markers. All of this is like after the fact. So you can make it hidden. And this was on the black tape. See? And I don't think I didn't gesso it or anything. Like, it's just that I did it directly to the tape.
That is a remarkable print there.
Yeah.
And Cheryl said she remembers this book. I really had forgotten all about it. But I didn't do a lot of work in this other than just providing the gel print.
Yeah, which she was like, don't.
Yeah, don't screw it up.
She said other
that
things.
That is absolutely remarkable. Eddie, are you looking at that gel print? Kind of reminds me of that one that you did the other day.
This one really was like, we were all, woo. Okay, so 2 types. We have shown all kinds of books today, created structures of 2 styles. These will be going off to Joni. She's gonna be busy. Merry Christmas, Joni. These are going to you. And hopefully,
oh, see, Eddie said it is glorious. He was looking.
I would love to see hashtag makers accordions. Hashtag makers accordion. Or you can do hashtag makers concertina. It's harder to remember how to spell that one, even for me. I'm like,
what?
Concertina.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Concertina.
Ina. Yeah.
There's just one T.
Not Tina. Tina didn't go to the concert. Ina did.
And she says thank you for the early Christmas.
You're welcome. Okay, so we've shown things, we've done things. This is this. I felt like there was one other thing that we were gonna. Oh, you know, okay, 20 minutes. We're gonna repair a book.
Yes, mine. It got too fat.
It did. It was a little rough with it.
And you should know how many times I've looked at it and coded it about. I mean, it's already had a lot of.
Yeah. Okay, so it's here at the cover-ish part. See, I don't think it was meant to have that much stuff there. That's part of the El Problemo. So, we got to discuss this, y'all. And this is not something I've ever really done. I've not had to mend a book. I'm putting this little booger boo down here. It needs to be. Okay. My thought here is just to cut it. Because I don't want to rip this. See, it was just too thin. And I'm going to see about. Because I can't get this tape apart. It already pulled and then the tape stuck together. So maybe. And then I worry a little bit about we're going to have to come in. And the tape's going to have to come further. I think it's the situation. It's got to be cut. Unless I can kind of peel it up.
How do you mend a broken book?
Yeah, well.
That's what Eddie said very carefully. SWL.
Yeah, I don't know. We're going to. There. That's just going to get trimmed. Okay. Shooby dooby. Now, is it smarter? Probably do the inside first. I think it lays a little flatter. And we got to deal with Mawashi here. And then I got to make sure I flip this the right way.
If you glue that on there, wrong side, I'm just going to.
You'll lose it?
I will lose it over here. I
Okay.
will lose it. Yeah.
Now, our understanding here is that we need a little more than what was here. See, and that isn't even like full-on FP. But that's all right. These things do not have to be. Part of it being, you know, handmade is that it does not have to be super duper FP. I like that. We're gonna consider that. Happy scrappy. Now, what we're gonna do here, before I had torn these pieces, y'all see that it's not a full width of the tape, but we're gonna go the full width of the tape. Now this stuff is a little harder just to tear, not that you can't, but we're gonna do it like that. Like that. Ooh, did y'all hold your breath on that?
I did. I was. I didn't even want to say anything because I thought I'd jinx it.
Okay, we're gonna
Buff that baby down or whatever you call that.
I will. Burnish.
Burnish it.
Now, one of the things is that since P had not fully covered all of this, this is allowing for this situation to happen. So
there you go.
Some pluses to that. I got onto her. See, like, I would have done more finishing work here, which in turn could have actually saved it as well, because what I would have done is I would have had pieces gluing those down so it would have held it better. So almost leaving that tape exposed and having that ability for it to pull the way that it did.
Yes, save the day.
Well, no, what I'm trying to say here is that if you had glued things down over it, it would have held it better.
But it sure would have made the repair a lot more difficult.
I don't think we would have had to do the repair.
Ah.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know that I agree with that, everyone.
She's not buying that, but
I don't know that I
and that was the smart thing to do, was to do that side first, because remember there's things in there, and even with the mawashi and all that, it's you know, kind of up. Okay, now we're gonna lose a little bit more of the thing here. I don't know about this. I mean, this is tricky business. Okay. Hold on. I'll tell you, this tool. How are we all feeling about this? Are we breathing?
I'm breathing. Reminding myself this is
necessary.
But I know if she screws it up, she's a master paper gluer to cover up
Fixer.
Oopsies.
Oopsies. Look at that, y'all. Woo! That was some business. All right. I'm showing off right now.
She is.
Okay, gotta get this out of the way. Trying to get it up here a little bit more maneuverable. Do we have enough?
Oh, you're running out of tape?
I am running out of tape, but I got another roll. We're gonna use another roll. We'll save that for something else. See, y'all, don't ever be without. Do not start a project.
Yeah, with a little bit of...
without enough tape.
And Joan says, you should be showing off. This is wonderful. Hey, you know, I think remedial work, because at some point everybody's going to have to deal with something like this. It's not a, what do I want to say? It's not
like a perfect science. Like,
no, and situations require different solutions. And that's what I think, yeah. Oh, who made these beautiful papers? Moi. I know. These are some that I saved. Because I thought, saved out and didn't, you know, put them in the packets. Because I thought they were wonderfully unusual.
I lost a little gel print there, but I think, you know.
I think that there's no other way around it.
Yeah.
No, the black is actually bookbinding tape. The white was gaffers.
Yeah. This is, love this stuff.
And a lot of that burnishing there is really a good idea. I like the texture of this tape better than the white.
Yes. I'll show y'all like kind of a, I'll do a side by side here. Just a second.
And you know, we've got another book that we need to address fixing. It's the one that Maya sent me.
Yeah.
That the back is coming, but that's I don't know what kind of. That may be a what do you call it, thing that we send off to Tegan to punch holes in.
Maybe.
I don't know. Oh, you're welcome. I just know about this tape because it's what Mariah. She's the one that figured out the tape.
Yeah.
How long ago was that? I mean, and how did you learn?
Like
you watched somebody use it.
lemon something. Y'all know. Y'all book people know.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Healing is recycling. It says, Laz just asked me if I knew about burnishing. He walked in, ha ha ha. So he's mumbling, burnish it, man, burnish it. Rub-a-dub.
How about that? I did that in 10 minutes, basically.
That's absolutely incredible.
Right there. Boom, boom. Got it back in place.
Sea lemon.
Yes.
SEA. Like, you know, the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
Not visual. And she didn't muck up my mawashi. I was really concerned about that.
Okay, wait. How does this thing go? Because this goes around the end. Right?
Yes.
Like that. There we go. Boom. Back together. See? Right there. So good. A little extra on this side now that we got it in place. Hey, and I actually like that better. That looks cleaner because now the panel isn't just, you know, plain panel. It's more the tape, which I think looks a little nicer. That's my personal feelings.
Oh, no. Great job.
All kinds of book stuff today. Now.
You have 7 minutes.
Okay.
Are you going to recap?
I don't know. Questions? Y'all? Any?
Yes, and you could use recyclable cardboard for this.
Oh,
I just prefer
100%.
I just like the black cardstock because then I don't have to worry about gessoing it.
Right.
And yeah.
Love the black card chipboard stuff because it's the right weight. All of that. Some things to keep in mind. If you are using like the chipboard that we send you in your orders and things, you are going to want to gesso that.
Yeah, and it smells to high heaven.
The chipboard smells
like vomit.
terrible. It's so gross. And it's funny when it arrives and I open the box, it's like, ugh. I do leave the box open out in the garage, so it does air it out a bit. But in the stacks of it, like when you pull out a new stack, it always, yeah, it's gross.
And put it inside an enclosed plastic thing.
But yes, you will want to gesso that or seal it somehow. Doesn't necessarily have to be gesso, whatever. Or cover it. Because it'll pull apart.
Yeah, it's not a terribly sturdy material.
Yes.
But you can make it sturdy.
Oh, you want another small book? Flip through. Becky likes looking through the books. What's one we haven't shown in a long time? And that's a little flip book.
I don't know. I'm looking up there on the shelf at that multicolored ribbon that's hanging out.
Wait. Oh, but that's a book, like not a flip book. Okay, here's another little one. Here's another little one. Okay, these again, same basic construction. These two were when we used to do our Makers Creative Collabs. And this one was sticks. Something about sticks. And I had everybody send me photographs of sticks. These are, you know, some sticks that my baby or Pete found.
We have those.
And then what I did, so these are the photographs and I printed them out. I did them black and white because they were all different. And then I was like, well, I want some similarity between the sticks. But see, bound exactly the same way. But then I came back and then patchworked these photos, cut them up, and then glued them back in place there. Love this one. And then the back side is P's prints. Like these are mainly were just like carnival tissue, just pick up kind of stuff, pick up sticks. And this does say sticks, and I think it says other things. Oh yeah, there's a sticks in a bundle are unbreakable. There you go. And there's something else there. Hold on. Oh, it's a Kenyan proverb. See? There is a video. There's actually 2 videos because there should be like a little talkie through, hey, here's our thing. And then I probably put up a process video for this one. I think. That's what I was kind of doing at that time. Look, even put a PM Artist Studio little hoodie do there. That one's super simple. Those are all like just printed photos. The stick book. This one is Let It Rain. And was one of my first of the doing wonky, not all the same size pages. Failed attempts at transfer, but this is like the picture, and I was like, I really like that. This is I Love a Rainy Night, Eddie Rabbit.
See that rain coming down on my head there?
Like there's even a pocket in that one. I didn't remember that.
Some really nice prints there, I must say.
It's just some weird little thing. I don't even remember. Did you do that? That feels more like you. I don't think that's me, but maybe it was.
The little booklet?
I don't know. Just leftover pieces.
No, I don't. That was not me. That's you. If it had string on it, it's you. I don't mess with string.
Shit, no string. There we go. See, it's hard sometimes to remember which way it goes. There you go. But see, same paper, same technique. All very different outcomes depending on the size, the configuration.
And what you've got.
Yeah. But there you go.
And just use what you've got.
Got it. Yeah, use what you got. All right, I am going to, we got to do a picture.
And
Right
Lynn
here,
says she loves all these books.
Flat.
And Judy wanted to know if Eddie's middle name was Rabbit. And SWL says, I love these books, but I can't find the energy to actually do one. I've made a few little journals, but just not dedicated enough to do this level. Trust me, if Mariah wasn't over there,
Oh, she wouldn't.
Those lovely gel prints that you see there,
Those are her.
Would be lovely gel prints in a box over there labeled gel prints.
That's her contribution. All right, I'm gonna show this repair.
Oh, somebody recommended.
I don't know. This is This is not exactly like.
They wanted the tape side by side.
Oh, okay. I'll do that real quick. But I like my little curl.
Bye, Yanka.
Know what's going on here. This is my calic that happens here. This isn't very exciting. Just the plain white, is it? With my white shirt, didn't plan that very well.
And they love your book. Is there a year on these? No, there should
be. These are the ones that I just showed up a second ago. Probably 2 years ago, but you want to look up Maker's Creative Collab. And
I think Mo put in something.
Oh, did she put? Yeah, she probably let it there. See, links are in the chat, y'all. So Let It Rain, and then she did the Striking Sticks collab. It was a hop, so you can see everybody's stuff. We stopped doing those because it was a lot of work.
Yes.
We just
thanks. Mo.
It's a lot of coordinating.
She says 21, 22.
There we go. So what? 3 years ago?
Bye, Graham.
2 and 3 years ago.
Thank you, good girl. She loves your construction.
Okay, tape side by side. Tape. And where did I put the white tape? There it is. Okay. Let me go top side. 1 second. You can see this has more of a fabric-y. And then this is more gaffer. I've tried. Now, if y'all find a book binding tape that is white, let me know. But see, it's more.
All right.
Plasticky. So,
thanks, Mariah.
There you go.
And Paula says there was a little girl. She had a little curl right in the middle of her forehead.
Thank y'all for hanging out. We'll be back here tomorrow.
We'll be tweaking some things.
I'm going to hold this up one more time. I don't think I did a very good job.
Hold it up.
Maybe I should hold this up along with the tape. Is that more interesting? I don't know if that's more interesting.
Oh, that was not really very interesting. But, I mean, that is what you did.
It is what I did. All right, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.
Says she has white bookbinding tape. Could you get us that information?
Yes. Do not use medical tape.
No,
it's not sticky enough. It's not the right stuff.
And after a while, it dries up and turns yellow. And
yeah, it's not like it's not meant to like be.
No.
Yeah, it's not like the longevity of it. That's what I'm trying to say.
Jenny said that she saw more white bookbinding tape on Amazon.
Okay, well,
we'll check it out.
I will say that there was a time, and I even had a hard time finding the black. But there's been different things going on in the world that make things available and not available.
Alrighty.
All right, guys. See you tomorrow.
Bye.
Love you like a long haul.